So today we're looking at the discriminant. What the heck is it? What do you do with it? Oh boy. Alright. So the discriminant is simply the answer to this problem. Well, this expression here. B squared minus 4AC. When you do that math out, you're going to get some number. That number is called the discriminant. I don't really care what the number is. I actually care more about its sign. If I come out with some positive number after I do b squared minus 4ac, so if the answer to that, the discriminant, is positive, what that means is that that parabola is going to cross the x-axis 2 times. I'm going to get 2 answers. There are 2 real solutions. So I'm going to say parabola crosses twice. Crosses x-axis twice. So, without having to graph it, without having to do anything with all these other numbers, I just take my quadratic, I take A, B, and C out, and I do this math, and if it's any positive number, I know it's going to cross the x-axis twice. That's pretty convenient. If the answer comes out to be negative, can you see this if I write with this one? Is that too light? Probably too light. I'll do this. What color is this? Plum, maybe? If it comes out negative. Any guesses what that means? Correct. This will give you no real solutions. There are no real solutions. What do you mean? You'll actually see tomorrow when we put, this is actually part of the quadratic formula, but this is under square root. So that's why if this is a positive number, you can take the square root of any positive number. But can you take the square root of a negative number? No. I'll still have positive and negative roots. You'll see tomorrow when we kind of put it all together. But if just when I plug in those numbers, if it comes out with anything negative, there are no real solutions, which means the parabola never crosses the x-axis. But there's one more case, right? There's one more situation I could have. What's that scenario? And how would that happen?
I don't know.
Well, what does it look like if you graph it?
Like a parabola.
And the vertex of the parabola is right on the x-axis, right? So that's how it can cross just one time, if that vertex is right on it. So how am I going to get, what's my only other option? I could get a positive number, I could get a negative number. No, good guess. But I could also get
An imaginary number. A real number. A fake number. Fraction.
zero. I don't know if someone had said it before. 0, the other option. 0 is not positive or negative, right? It's our, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. So you could also get 0. So let's see if you can you see that? Is that too light? It's a little light. Oh, I have like a dark, maybe this one's more of a plum. Then what's this?
Maroon.
I feel like maroon's more red.
Yeah, maroon is red. Doesn't they have a name?
Who cares? I don't know. 0. See, and on this, these two look the same. Oh, whatever. So if the answer to the discriminant, b squared minus 4ac, comes out to be 0, that means there is one real solution. Yes, that's why you use the rest of the quadratic formula. So this means parabola has vertex on the x-axis. So all I want you to be able to do for today, I'm going to give you a quadratic, and I want you to do b squared minus 4ac and tell me which of these three cases it is. Will it have two solutions, no solutions, or one real solution? Tomorrow we'll find out what those solutions are with the rest of the quadratic formula, okay? So let's do a couple examples. Let's say I gave you, oh, I don't know. How about x squared plus 10x plus 21 equals 0? All right, so all you have to do is take out a, b, and c and pop them in the formula, b squared minus 4ac. Well, remember what a, b, and c are. A is, what's a in this case? 1. B is 10, and c is 21, right? So I'll need to do, when I plug it in, b is 10, so I'll do 10 squared minus 4 times a was 1 times c is 21. So 10 squared is just 100. 4 times 21 is 84, of course. So 100 minus 84 is 16. I don't really care what the number is, like I said. I just care which of these three it comes out to be, positive, negative, or 0. So since that's a positive number, what does that mean? How many? I'm going to have two real solutions. So 2 real solutions.
Why do we care about that?
No, 16 is just the discriminant. It's just telling me that there's going to be two answers. We need the rest of the quadratic formula to find out where those answers are. Yeah, but that's part of it. So tomorrow, when I show you the whole quadratic formula, well, I'll show it to you right now, but it's a little overwhelming at first, but not if you recognize, oh, that thing in there is just a discriminant. So here's the whole quadratic formula.
It's like a big square root.
X equals,
Have the e.
there's no e, negative b plus minus a big old square root, b squared minus 4ac, the discriminant. The whole thing is over 2a. Okay, so it seems like a lot to remember, but by tomorrow you're already going to have the discriminant down, b squared minus 4ac, because that's what you're working with for the rest of today. Okay, so see how if I take the square root of b squared minus 4ac,
Is it 2a?
2a. So if it's any positive number, can I take the square root of any positive number? It's not always going to be perfect.
So it would be 4 and 16.
Right. But then I'll also have these other numbers that go with it. So I don't know where it's crossing yet. I just know it's going to cross twice. Yeah.
Wait, do you have to move the negatives to the bottom?
No. I don't have any negative exponents. Yeah, that's only for negative exponents. So, don't worry about this formula yet. All I need you to worry about is this one. Oh, dear. You don't need it yet. You need it tomorrow.
Too bad.
But that's why if it's positive, I can take the square root of a positive number. If it's 0, guys, what's the square root of 0? 0. So that's how I'm going to get the same answer twice, because I'm going to add 0 to the number, and I'm going to subtract 0 from the number. Well, that gives me the same answer 2 times. But if there's a negative under the square root, I can't do it at all, so that's why I will have no real solutions. Okay? So, let's do another example. Let's say you had this. Oh, golly, how about x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 0. All right, so try this one. Find a, b, and c, and just do b squared minus 4ac. Yep, you have it. Okay, tell us. Are you sure? Yep. Yeah. So your answer to the discriminant, I think, ends up being 0. So b is 6. 6 squared is 36. Minus 4 times a is 1 times c is 9. So that'll be 36 minus 36. I end up with 0. So how many solutions will this thing have? Yeah, 1. It'll have 1 real solution. If you graph this parabola, its vertex is on the x-axis. So there's 1 real solution. You follow me? Okay, one more, at least. Wow, I'm running out of paper here. Let's go here. Try that one. X squared minus 3x plus 10.
A is just an X.
It's never an x. It's always the coefficient in front of it. Go ahead.
There's no real solution.
Correct. You get a negative discriminant this time. So b squared, negative 3 squared is really negative 3 times negative 3, so it's a positive 9. Minus 4 times a is 1 and c is 10. So that's going to be 9 minus 40, or negative 31. I don't even really, you don't even have to really finish it. Once you know it's negative, then that means no real solutions.
Let's see here. What happens if you get a fraction?
Doesn't matter. It just matters if it's positive or negative.
So if you get a positive fraction, there's still a solution.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
It's any positive number, any negative number, or 0. Those are your 3 options. So that's it. That's all you have to be able to do today. Pluck out A, B, and C, and tell me if there's 2, 1, or no solutions. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay.